This is bridge, and I'd like to think I look like a sprinter. Good, or you can just hold it like this. Lower down. Okay, so that's bridge sprinter, because you should look like, if I'm standing, look like a sprinter, kind of idea, okay? Okay, or pull and oxen hip pull. So it's a push forward pull, it doesn't really matter, it kind of accommodates that, this one. That was this thing, okay, so pulling. All these core muscles have to work when you push all the muscles down the back on a diagonal pattern. Okay, so you're tying your glutes and your adductors to the upper part of your body. It's a really good core activation sequence. And 1 foot squat with the knee pushes, we did with the plank, right? The push and pull. Remember that? Standing on 1 foot, okay? Alright, so Kevin's going to stand on 1 foot. Good. Now if I'm doing it without doing a plank, so he's going to partly squat for me. Good. He's going to hold this squat. Let me see your upper leg. That one's bad. Good. You see the upper one? No, that one's bad. That's okay, so he's going to hold here, and then my job is just, as a personal trainer, would be just to come in and push, make his glute meet, and then pull, make his adductors fire, try and maintain his posture. Yes, that's it. Okay, didn't break the cue. I gave him where to run. Push, don't let it move. Pull, don't let it move. Or if I was working in apartments in the plank, doing the plank back and forth. Now, the plank stick looks like this. So stay there. So when I get in the plank, I can't see myself, but generally speaking, when I lift this hand, this hip tends to lift up. My job is to keep it down, so I use a rotational pattern. Back my shoulders, tuck my pelvis, push, and pull, push, and pull. What that does on my support hand is give that torque in and out, so I'm actually stabilizing my shoulder three-dimensionally as well. Okay? And then hips for sides. Alright. Here, static chest ups is a split kneel position preparing for a chop, okay? So I can connect to the adductor. We did abductor outside. So what I'm doing is creating an adduction torque. By pulling, dropping my shoulder, I can track my hand out of the way. That's the only one I didn't show you guys for the split kneel position. Ones we did were side bend, right? Forward bend, and then pull on the knee, pull on the hip, and pull it around. That's your sequence of 4 exercises that are really good for warming up the hip flexor. But make sure you slide forward and get that hip flexor in the stretch first, and then you're going to move through three-dimensional patterns of hip flexor. If you want to add one last pattern to it, it would be a back bend, opening up the entire abdominal region from down. So the hip flexor can be opened up in 3 directions, like I'm trying to say. Through rotation, through side bend, and through back flexion. Okay? First exercise we did. One thing I learned in my memory class is that we can remember the first and last things, called the recency and primacy effect. Come on. There we go. Crunch. Almost getting there. Tuck your elbows to your knees. Hands behind your head, elbows to knees. Grab your feet. Straighten the legs. And then you're going to take down straight legs and straight arms, or bent elbows and bent knees. Right? Okay. Now there goes the shirt again. Okay, so chin in, shoulders down. Okay? Elbows under the hips. Okay? If it's really uncomfortable for you, gently lift the leg. Okay? Heads down, elbows right under the hips. Good. And then as you lift your leg, you're going to feel downward pressure on the opposite elbow. Good. Take your time to lift. Feel your glutes fire. So part of the extension pattern is making your glutes work as well, right? Head is up. Chin is up. Here we go. Good. One arm at a time, one leg at a time. Straighten your leg too. Okay? Toe points, leg straight. Good. Awesome. Take your time so we'll put it down. We're in the FS2 or movement section, which is the 4th column on your page right now. First one's that 4-legged tabletop with partner split squats. Okay? That we did down there. So that's the one where hands are back, hips are up, head's back, shoulder blades are contracted, held together, glutes are fired, and then your partner foot comes up on the hip and you do split squats or jump squats. Okay? So that one's good. Pause. Push up knee drive. So do a push up with a knee drive. Yeah, okay, so that's fire, man. That's good. Alright, so just go ahead and yeah, that's a different push up. What I'm looking for is this one. Okay. Okay, and then eventually when he decides he wants to sprint, he's going to get up and run. My job is to catch it. So I push up with him, so I'm shadowing him. This is the movement pattern. Tap, tap, stop. Tap, tap, stop. Okay, so that's an easy one to do, as long as your partner gives you a fairly wide base. Alright? Good. She can walk on her hands, make it harder on her. Good. Alright, so. Come on. Awesome. Alright, so we're in this position. So we're going to go bottom. I can do 10 of these. I can do 10. So the variety of different things. There's not much of a Democratic policy here. Okay, so she's in elbow plank position. You're doing a step over, remember? Okay, so you're going to get this one out of the way. Good. Your job is to be as tight as possible. So oftentimes, if I'm demonstrating or teaching this exercise, keep going. I will teach it like this: step over, and then quad kick through, and step back with the same leg. Okay, so step over, knee pull. Go for it. Good. Step through and quad kick over. So you start to clean up the range of motion available for stepless. So if you're doing it like a warm-up, this is what you would do. If you're doing it aggressively, step fast. Quicker. Good. Try not to take everything tight and strong. What you want to watch for is this. People will bob their chest out.